Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you some Asopao de pollo, Emily's way. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather this weekend and it's been raining and a bit gloomy, so it was the perfect time to make some asopao. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to press that like button. Let's get started. There's so many ways to make asopao. These are just some ingredients that I like to use and what I had at home on hand. So of course some of these, like the peas and the carrots, are totally optional and to your liking, but I will have the way I made it down with the ingredients and the amount into the description box below, so go ahead and refer to that, or be free to explore with the ingredients that you have at home. Okay, so we're going to start with our boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I've already cleaned and prepped. We're going to go ahead and season them. So I'm going to add to this some adobo, oregano, black pepper, and 2 tablespoons of homemade sofrito. If you don't have homemade, of course you can use regular sofrito. I do sometimes, there's no shame in that. Afterwards, you're going to give it a good mix, and if you have time, please marinate this chicken for about 20 minutes up to an hour or two, so that you can get some good flavor on that. So to my soup pot, I'm adding some olive oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to brown the chicken. It didn't happen because I was kind of like in a rush and I should have used my other pan, but it is what it is. So just use a pan that you have that will brown your chicken. So go ahead and add it all to the bottom if it fits, or do half and half, however many chickens you have, and get them nice and brown. So on the other burner, we're going to go ahead and boil some water so that when we add it to our chicken, it doesn't slow down the cooking process. Once our chicken is brown, go ahead and turn it over. Like I told you, mine didn't come out brown, but we're going to skip that. So we're going to add all of the veggies, like the peppers, the onions, and the garlic. Go ahead and crush your garlic, by the way. So crush your garlic, add that in there, and then we're going to give it a good mix and let it do its thing for like a few minutes so all of those flavors could go ahead and marry each other. Add some of that seasoning that you have left over in the bowl where you marinated your chicken, and then we're going to go ahead and add some ingredients. So we're going to go in with our salsa de tomate, 1 can, give it a mix, and then after that we're going to go in and add our, this is totally optional, but you guys already know that I love to cook with olives. So I'm just going to add a few olives to the pan. And then after that, what we're going to do is, you see that pot of boiling water that we had from before? Well, it's nice and boiled now. So what I'm going to do is carefully add that water into our soup pot now. So after we added the boiling water, what we're going to do is add our seasoning packet. So we're going to add a packet of sazon. Then we're going to go in with 2 packets of cubito de pollo. Give that a mix. And then we're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons more of sofrito. And then we're going to go in now with our carrots and our potatoes, since those are going to take a while to get nice and soft. So just go ahead, throw them in the pot and give it a mix. Alright, so we're going to put the lid on and let it boil for about 20 minutes. Okay guys, so it is boiling. It's nice and hot. It's been boiling for about 20 minutes. So next we're going to give it a mix, and then I'm going to just go in with our washed white rice and add it in there. I use today medium grain Vita Rose rice. If you don't have that, long grain just works as well. I think it might take a little longer. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that, but just go ahead and add in the rice. And then I'm going in with a half a cup of my frozen peas. Like I said before, if you don't like peas, you don't have to add them. I just personally like peas. So just give it a mix. And while you're cooking this, just go in periodically about every 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so, just to give it a stir so that the rice won't stick on the bottom. And just, keep an eye on that so it doesn't burn. So I'm going to add just a bit more of that boiling water that I have reserved on the stove top. So just make sure you have some on hand. Let it boil for about another 20 minutes and just give it a stir. Make sure that that rice is not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Give a check to see if they're cooked. Sometimes they might trick you and you think that it's cooked when it's not. You know when they're cooked when they're nice and open. At this point, you're going to want to check your soup for some salt. If you need to adjust it, go ahead. This is the perfect time. So you can add a little bit like I did. I just added a pinch of salt and I went in with some black pepper. So go ahead, and of course the salt is to your preference and to your liking. So just be sure not to over season your soup, because the longer you cook it, the more the flavors are going to come out. So just keep that in mind. So after you season the rest of your soup, what you're going to do is put it on medium, pop the lid back on for the remainder of the time, so about another 10 minutes. The asopao is finally done. I went in and I checked the rice and it is perfectly cooked. At this point, if you want a little bit more water, you can go ahead and add that. Put it all the way down to low, cover it, and let's get ready to make our tostones. Now for the tostones, I'll give you a little secret. I don't like making them, but I do because they are so good, especially with an asopao. So you peel them, you chop them, you fry them, you squash them, you fry them again, and then you transfer them onto a plate with some paper towel, and that is it. It's super easy, and I'll show you how well it'll work with the asopao. It's perfect. There you have it, guys. This is how I eat my asopao. I add some Tabasco sauce. I take the tostón and I dip it right in there. This weekend was a perfect weekend to make this because it's been so rainy. So it is so nice and delicious and hearty, and you'll be so happy that you made this on a day like today. So go ahead and make that recipe. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press that like button. If you did make this recipe, go ahead and comment down below how it turned out or if you tweaked it in any way. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.